everything. And then I just remember like my brother, right? He's in this fraternity, in our fraternity. Like it's called Sigma Lambda Beta. My brother used to, before all this, even when I was at the JC, he used to take me to like parties and kickbacks and like así como convivios and stuff like that. And like I used to meet all these cool people and they'd be like, damn, dude, this and that. And I saw like what the fraternity did for them. You know what I mean? Así como just like giving them network and who do you know from here and this and that. So like all that summer, like it was the spring of 18. I was hanging out with like Dan, y todo, and I was in interest and I was up and down. And when the summer started, like the guys were like, are you coming to Sonoma this fall? And I told them like, hell yeah, I'm coming to Sonoma this fall, bro. Like I'm just waiting for this class. You see, I got an A on the last class. So I ended up getting like a 3.7 or something. And I remember like, yeah, dude, like I was going and all the guys were like, let's go. We're gonna get Elvis's brother down here. Que no sé qué, que. So it got super like como friendly, you know, entre todos. So when the fall started, I was like, it was like big night. Have you ever gone to big night?
Big night.
Big night. Like shout out to Sonoma for big night. It's like big night's lit, bro.
What's that? It's like a carnival. It's what is it, like a few days?
You know how you guys have picnic day? Well, think about it like that, but it's more for like the start of the school.
Yeah,
like
it's like a few days before the first class.
Yeah, it's like a homecoming almost.
It's like a little carnival. So you get like a big Ferris wheel, like the zippers there. All the clubs are out tabling. All the frats are out and sororities are out.
Picnic day.
Yeah,
it's sick, bro. Cool. It's fun.
So all I remember, it's like I'm showing up to the big night and dude, it's just like están todos los compas, right? Like all my bros now, but they weren't my bros there. Like they were like eran mis compas nomás. I pull up and they're like, íralo, ¿qué andamos? You know, I'm just like say, what up, fools? What up? And they're like, dude, sign your name here. And like I put my contact info and I'm like, all right, it's like I'm gonna go check out the other frets. And they're like, dude, what? And they were getting all mad. I was like, I'm kidding, chill out, dude. Like you guys are so sensitive, you know? Like, and so like así me pasaba de lanza. And then when like the first week of semester, they started doing the events, you know, like the little socials with like the girls y todo, and a lot of the other bros venían como otros bros. Like shout out to Bean, you know Bean. Shout out to Bean. Bean was one of the big guys that kind of like me estaba diciendo like
so in Sonoma? He went to Sonoma?
So his name's Christian Zaragoza. Like, but we like he's like they call him Bean. And he used to go. He went to San Jose State, but he went to the Army. But he was here before like any of those things. Yeah. And he kind of like he was mentoring me and like telling me things like, dude, you should join it. If you do, like I want you to do like, you know, like como que me estaba dando advice, and I really liked that about him. I was like, wow, dude, like I'm not even your bro, dude, and like I'm getting like this type of advice from people like that. Like that's so genuine, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, that I think about it, it's like he was trying to get me to join, but at the same time, like he wasn't being fake about it. Like, you know what I mean? He wasn't being fake about it. So I started talking with all the guys and stuff like that, and then like we started having like socials with the you know, like the other organizations, like the sororities and stuff. It was usually with sororities. Like you don't ever want to have socials with frats, and yeah, it's good. But it's like, it's usually with like the girls, because like those girls kind of support you more when they're events. Like, let's say we're doing like a fundraiser, the girls se jalan más. They'd be like, oh yeah, I'm going to go support them. You know, support Vegas. Yeah. So I was doing those things and stuff like that. Yeah, when the time came to go to the information, was kind of like to tell you what Sigma Lambda Beta is. I was when we were heading over there, like me and my brother shared a room, right? We had like 2 twin beds, super big room. Like, dude, it was so bad. And this fool, I'm like fighting with him. And I'm telling him like, dude, you're lucky I'm joining this. Yeah, you're lucky I'm joining. You're not gonna have a fall 18 line. You know what I mean? You're not going to have a line this fall. And he's like, dude, he hits me with some obvious things like, dude, we're going to have a line without you, either way, with you or without you. And I'm like, así hijo la chingada. I was like, all right. I want to see that, right? I want to see that. So I show up to the information and there's 4 guys and I'm like, oh, maybe. I was like, maybe there is. And one of my pops, the guy that mentored me through the whole price, shout out to Felipe. Hey, love you, bro. He was like, why are you mad? He comes up to me. He's like, Jose, why are you mad? And I was like, dude, I'm not mad. And he goes like, yeah, you are. Look how pissed. Look at your brother too. What you guys do? He's like, dude, I'm just here to tell you. I was hella playing around. I'm like, I'm just here to tell you, bro. I'm not going to go beta, but I'm just here to do the informational. That's it. And he goes, are you kidding me? Elvis, what the fuck did you do to your brother? Like, he was like hella mad. He was like hella mad at Elvis. He's like como que lo que la chingazos, güey. You know what I mean? And like, he was just giving the informationals y que no sé qué. And like, Felipe's like, dude, you're really not going to join this? No, bro, I'm going to go Kappa. Like, I'm going to go Kappa off a side. Like, you know, noops, you know, the noops. Así bien chingados los güeyes. And everybody's like, dude, are you kidding me? And I was like, yeah. It's like, I don't know. I'm going to go Kappa off a side, you know? It was like, and they're like, wait, why would you go that? Wouldn't you go NAC? And I'm like, no, I'm never going to go NAC, fool. Like, not to bash on anybody, but I'm never going NAC. Like, it's like, I'm going to go Kappa off a side, you know? Because like, they're dope. Like, así como say it. The way they're so smooth with stuff, you know? Like, stuff like that. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go with that. And like, you know what I mean? But I was just playing around. I was like, you guys are tripping, bro. I'm not gonna do that to you guys. But estos güeyes como que they were like, wow, we just lost this guy, like this cool kid. They were hella mad, dude. And they were all looking at Elvis like,
it's your fault.
Like, it's your dude. So informational ended and this and that. And then basically it's like for the first week when we had to kind of like report and be like, oh, who's in and who's bidding us? None of the other guys showed up and it was just me. It was just me. Yeah, like the other guys, like it was like 5 guys. They all pussied out and they were like, oh, fuck that. I don't want to. And they didn't even join anything. They joined anything at the end. Like they didn't even bother to look at anybody else or anything. So they didn't join. And then I was the only guy there. And I it's hella funny because I'm like, they're doing the informational to see like, okay, if you're really interested, come to this meeting so we can kind of tell you what's the next process and what we're going to do next. Yeah. So I'm the only one in the meeting and I'm waiting for us. Like they say it was like a 7 or something, like in some room. And I just remember like, I'm just sitting there. Y que no sé qué. And like Elvis comes in and he starts looking around. It's just me. And I'm just looking at him like, thought you said this thing was going to happen with me or without me. He go out from there. Wait. Oh, bro, he lost it. He was so mad because he knows I was right. Like, he was so pissed. And he goes like, he just looks at me and he goes, little bitch. It's like, he's just like hella mad. And then it's like, after that, he's just like, all right, whatever, dude, like whatevs. And we did the process. I did the process y todo. I got mentored, todo lo demás. And yeah, dude, I was the solo for the fall 18. And this is like my jacket and it has like all the, like the info and stuff. You see like the fall 18 mu line, like I was mu line. So we go down the Greek alphabet, you know, and like his line is lambda line. And then the next letter is mu. So I was mu line and I was a solo.
What's the 31 for?
That's my number. So like when you go in the lines, like así pues when there's lines, but it's like alpha, there's founding line, alpha line, beta line, you know, gamma line, so forth, delta. Whatever.
You know about that?
Yeah, I did. I was the alpha. Yeah, one way I did mine.
Okay, keep going.
So, yeah, so it's you know what I mean. So when you let's say, so founding line, they're all founding line. They get like a number, right? Like it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Like if there was, so we had 5 founders, so it goes from 1 to 5, and then alpha line and so on, right? So my brother was lambda line, right? So lambda line was like, my brother was 30, there was 29, which is Felipe, and then 28, which was my bro Carlos, and then 27, which was my other bro, and his name's Dallas, and that was lambda line. So I'm next. So the next number for me is 31. And currently we're up to 34. I crossed 3 more guys. So we're up to 34. So yeah, I was 31. And that's what the number is. It's like you don't really choose it. It just comes with your line. Like what's next? So if I get like 2 more guys, then it's 35 and 36. Or if I get like 10 guys, then it's gonna go all the way to 44. You get me?
Do you guys go up to like 300 something?
Dude, there's fraternities and stuff that are in the 500s or more. Damn. Because like every semester or something, they cross big lines and stuff. Like our bros in Santa Barbara, dude, those fools are almost like to like they're like 170 plus, I want to say, or something like that. Like dinner, like every semester cruzan como 10 guys or something.
Damn.
Like some chapters run deep and some other chapters don't run that deep.
Yeah. And you like frat life?
Bro, dude, honestly, it's like
what do you like about it the most?
Yeah, so I think the thing that I love the most is just the brotherhood way. A lot of people that be like, oh yeah, they're just bros, so they have to get along. No, dude, like my brotherhood is like nothing like any other brotherhood. Like we're just so inclusive. We don't discriminate. Like we listen to each other. Like, you know what I mean? For example, like if like Gabe's like, dude, like I want to go eat sushi, right? And like, I'm never going to be like, dude, fucking sushi sucks, bro. Like, what the fuck are you? Like, you know what I mean? I'm never going to say, we kind of go like, okay, like, what do you have in mind? Like sushi where, right? Like we kind of talk about it. Like you kind of make everybody feel like inclusive. Like you want to listen to everybody's opinion and stuff like that. Like that's what like the genuine thing about it is. And then like just little things, you know what I mean? Like we're always together. Like, you know, if someone's going through a rough patch, like let's say Izzy just got his heart broken, we're there. I'm like, dude, listen, I've been through that. Like we give each other advice. Like we get that support you don't get at home, or because like some of us come from such long ways that it's like, I mean, some of us are pretty local, but some of them, so we had a brother that's from Santa Maria. Like I told you, number 27, Dallas. He comes from Santa Maria and he like, you know, it's like he found a home with us. Yeah. You get me? Like that's what pretty much like I enjoy more about like frat life, because I'm from Boonville, bro, and I live over there, and like my parents are never around, you know, and like, you know, I'm not expecting people to baby me, but I want people to kind of look out for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
like,
know what I mean?
It's good to have people close to you. That's something like that. I'll say, like, I remember that one time this last semester when we hung out at Applebee's and you went to work out. That shit was lit, bro. It was fun. It was fun. I was just like, I got out of class early, so I was like, hey, like just hitting people up, like, what's the move? Like, the Kabata was busy, and then like my other friends are busy, and I hit this fool up. He's like, "Oh, I just got out of the gym. Like, slide through Applebee's. We're sipping, we're hanging out." And I go, and it's him and all his frat buddies, all his bros. And it was just fun, bro. Just the vibes, like it was just like a tight knit group, and it was just like that's how I like what I felt like it was just inclusive, and it was just chill. Like it was talking to you, like no one's kind of like leaving you out and not talking to you. Like it was just sick.
They're not making you feel out of the group
not at all, not at all. And it was just fun. Like that's it. What it was is it's fun, and it's comfortable.
Yeah,
that's what I got from it. It was comfortable, so I can see why people are in that. I just remember before that, frat life to me was just like it was funny, kind of. I just thought of it as like something funny because like I obviously never experienced it, but like coming into it, because I played at the club team in Sonoma like when I first got there, and we would just mess around and call each other like big and little. Like I see like joking around, and I would just like take it as a joke. But just kind of like when I started going like to the frat parties and I started seeing it, I was almost felt like a outcast. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, oh, okay, I can see why these people are in it, but I never like took it serious enough to like want to join. But I can see like
it's like that's just the big thing I enjoy. Just the brotherhood, just the genuine love we have for each other, just like the way we treat each other, the way we respect each other, the way like these guys were total strangers to me at one point, and all of a sudden, guys, it's like these guys are like my best friends. Dude. Yeah, like literally, like it's like they're not even my friends; they're like my family. Like they met my parents, I met their parents, I've stayed at their houses. Like you know what I mean? Like it's like their moms are almost like my mom too. You know what I mean? They're always like, "Cuídame a mi hijo," and I'm like, "Yeah." It's like if you only knew, they take care of me more. It's like yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, like it's like a network. Yeah. So it's like you said, you have bros in San Francisco and Santa Barbara. So it's like you just with that being in the same frat, you go down, you guys just get along with people you didn't know before. Yeah, like that's sick. Like they invite you out to events and you go. Like it's just fun.
Like so, like just let me touch up on that more. It's like so. Another thing that's really big for us is like network, right? So we have like chapters. We're the highest chapter besides like UC Davis from NorCal. We don't have any more chapters out. We don't have a chapter in Chico nor Humboldt or nothing. And it runs down all the way to San Diego. Like we have a chapter down there and stuff. And then you have like the ones in between in the LA area, like you have like UCLA, CSU LA, like San Bernardino. Schools. Yeah, like all these ones, right? San Bernardino. Like Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara's probably like the biggest one, that's like the big, like I don't want to like label them, but that's where you go for a good time. Like Isla Vista, if you ever go there, like shout out to my SB bros. Like y'all cool.
Just lit?
Yeah, bro, it's lit. Well, I'll take you one of these days, bro. I'm gonna hit on my bros.
I'm game.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you one of these days. Like, oh, bro, it's amazing. But yeah, and then so we just have so many chapters. So it doesn't. I think I can go like anywhere in like California, and I could just like anything near something. Where's a chapter? And I can ask my bros like, hey, bro, can you house us or something? And they'll just say yeah. Like, I will never have to meet them. Like, I don't know my bros. But I've seen them in Instagram and stuff like that. Yeah. I know who they kind of are. They know who I am and stuff. But we just never talked, Has
it happened? Like when you met up with someone you never met before, you just know?
Okay, watch. I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you that story. Go for it. So we were going to retreat, right? We had a retreat, and retreats are usually used because you start planning out your semester, right? You start getting certified to be a member educator for like lines, right? Yeah. So you send two delegates or two people from your chapter. A lot more can go, but you just need two to go. So me and my boy Carlos, right? Shout out to Carlos. He knows this story. He's going to watch and be like, bro. So we were going to Riverside. And I remember telling this fool, like, dude, I don't want to drive. He's like, well, I don't want to drive either. He's like, so what are you thinking? He's like, let's take a bus. He's like, we'll leave from Oakland because he's from Oakland. He's like, we'll leave from Oakland. We'll leave from my house. And I'm like, bet. So we're getting on a bus and stuff like that. But before all this, like I told him, like, well, who's going to get us? Who's going to pick us up? Who do we hit up? So we hit up our UCLA bros and we hit them up and they were like, dude, yes, we're down and stuff like that. It's like, where are you getting off? And one of them is like, oh, we're getting off right here. And he's like, hey, I think that's closer to USC. He's like, we have a brother there. He's active. Hit him up. This is his @ Shout out to Luis from USC, the solo too. Hey, that boy came in clutch, man. We never talked to him. We never spoken to him, nothing. We just told him, bro, we're going to be here at this time. Can you please pick us up? Can we go with you to retreat? And he goes, hell yeah.
That's so crazy. Yeah,
he goes,
so lit, bro.
He goes, hell yeah, I'll be there. You see, sure enough, the bus dropped us there. 15 minutes later, he pulls up. We put all our shit in his car, and he drives us all the way to retreat.
Where was retreat at?
Riverside.
In Riverside?
That's so it's like another bro. So like we go to allá pues Riverside y todo. Y, dude, all I show up to retreat, están todos mis bros. They're like, "Layo, qué verga, güey!" Like I love them because they not speak Spanish to them. Like I never like if people like all my good ass bros that know me know that I'm hella Mexican. And when I'm around them, I don't really speak English. Like they know that. Like I'm just like, dude. like every time I see them, I'm always speaking Spanish, and they laugh more. Como que les da más risa when I speak Spanish to them, and like they're drinking. I'm like, "Míralo la verga," and they just start laughing and shit. Like they're like, "Viste, güey," you know.
That's so cool that you can like join a club like that or like a frat, and you can just be yourself.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to try to impress anyone or be different.
Dude, I always tell this to my bros or anybody else. Like, dude, I want to know the real you. Like, don't try to just because I speak Spanish. You don't have to speak Spanish to me. You know what I mean? Like I don't like if you don't feel comfortable speaking Spanish to me, you don't have to speak Spanish. Speak English. I understand you way.
Yeah.
I just not like I don't want to act fake around you guys. Like this who I am. I speak Spanish. Like I'm hella Mexican. Everybody knows that, and that's just who I am. But I'm not gonna change the way I am because like alguien no le cae bien. Like I always tell them like no tienes que ser monedita de oro para caerle bien a todos, güey. You know what I mean? Like, don't be that person. Just be yourself. Be genuine. Because at the same time, I'm going to be like, why you act like this and you act like that? And I'm not going to like you because like, dude, that's just fake to me. That means just one day you're going to pretend to be like my good bro. Exactly. And one day you're not going to be my good bro. You know, like you're going to be like, this, right?
Absolutely.
So yeah, dude. So yeah, that to answer your story about like, if we ever met someone and pulled up, yeah, he was a big person that did a favor for us that day. Like, I'm never going to forget that. I told him, bro, whenever you come up to NorCal, hit me up, bro. Hit me up. I'll have to. Like, now I got a big house y todo. Yeah. Wherever, like, I always tell my bros from down there too. When you guys want to come up here and you guys want to do anything, hit me up, bro. Hit me up. I promise you guys, I'll show you guys a good time. Whatever you guys need, like, pa' eso estamos, güey. And then just come up to me and say, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you like appreciate that. I'm like, you know,
that's sick, bro. Did you ever have anything like that, or like frat?
Well, I told you, like, I never really joined it because I ended up not wanting to pay the $500 it was for. Because it's expensive. I don't know how expensive your frat can run, but I know they can run pretty expensive for some of them, and so that was one of the reasons.
That was just a deal breaker for you.
But dude, it's so much money because it's every quarter.
How did you get it? How did you even get into it?
Get into what?
Into like the
because one of my friends was actually he was a president of the fraternity that Sigma knew, and so he was kind of telling me. I was like, I'm kind of interested. I don't know. I thought I was intrigued. I was like,
Davis?
At Davis, yeah. And he's like, well, dude, I'm the president. Come try out Sigma Nu. Go to midnight.
How did you meet him?
How did I meet him? Orientation.
Dude,
we both played soccer, so we got along really well. And it was
none of the multicultural ones or Latinos ever came up to you and said like, hey man, come check us out, like see what's up.
Well, there's times like on picnic day or stuff like that, people always have their tables out and whatnot. Like in the first couple weeks of school, they'll have their tables out and they'll try to tell you to come over and like, here, we'll give you this cookie if you come. Fucking and I'm like, all right, cool. I'll do it.
I like cookies.
I like chocolate chip. Yeah. So stuff like that. But I was never sold on it. Like I was like, oh, that's cool. But I think that had this perception where it's like, oh, you gotta pay to have those friends. Like you're gonna pay.
That's the thought I had. Like that's kind of what we said to like talk shit to him. Like, oh, you guys pay for friends. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I had that same kind of mentality, but it's really not like that.
It's
like
not,
after hearing you talk about it and
not.
after being in it for a little bit, like I realized like it's like a brotherhood. It's exactly what that is.
Yeah. So like what? Let me touch up on like the fees and stuff like that. So you can kind of like the people that are maybe want to go to a 4-year because they're only in 4-year colleges and they want to go into like frat life or sorority life, anything like that. Like I'm just gonna give you guys an insight of like what it is and what things go about it. So you start off as an interest, right? You show up to events, you go to informationals, everything else. Every organization has like a somewhat fee that you gotta pay. Ours is like probably the cheapest one. Ours is like 150, 200, but it's the cheapest one.
That's a semester?
Yes. I think I went up to like not went up, but I asked people around campus like, what do you guys like charge for you guys' fees? Dude, like some of the white frats, you know, like as the pie cap y todo eso, they'd be like, dude, I drop around like $600 to like $1,000 a month. And I'm like, and when I think about that, I'm like, damn, you're almost paying for damn friends. Like, and half the time, those people don't even know who you are. There's so many of you guys in the frat, you don't even know who's in your frat, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, I was like, bro, that sounds hecka whack. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I want to show up to my event and everybody's like, yo, Jose, or they'd be like, oh, right. Like, I want everybody to know who the hell I am, you know? So like, basically it's like, I understand what you were saying about fees. So we were that. And then at the same time, you know, a lot of people were always like, oh, you pay for friends. That's one big thing. And I was like, no, I don't, because I went through a process. I did all this, you know, I actually earned my letters. Like I was educated in my frat. Like I can tell you pretty much like everything about my frat. It's like that. And that other people can tell you about their frat, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. And like, that's the thing that like, kind of like, it doesn't like piss me off, but I'm just like, oh my, like it irritates me when people are like, oh, you pay for your friends. Like that's what a frat is. I was like, no, it's not. You know what I mean? Those like the wider organizations like Pi Cap, they don't have jackets like us. The multicultural ones and stuff, we're the only ones that have jackets like
I've
this.
noticed that.
We have numbers, we have our info. Like you can see like this is like my line name, like my number, like my ship name over here. You know what I mean?
You
like,
show with pride.
Yeah, and like I just like when I wear this, bro, it's like I'm like like, you know, watch it, bro. Like, look at this. Like, I earned this. You know what I mean? I did that. You know what I mean? And for us, bro, the money, it's not to be in the organization. It's because we have a nationals, and that nationals needs to like put you in the system and stuff like that. And when the process is also over, you get some things back with it. You know what I mean? Like, we get this special key with it. We get a certificate, a pin. You know, I have, dude, I left the beta card at the house. But you get a beta card, you know, it has like Sigma Lambda Beta, and it says, oh, this is to say that Jose Arreola was inducted into Sigma Lambda Beta like January 1st, like 2018, whatever. And it has like times, and it has like a certification. So that thing is basically, that's when you say like, I am a beta, bro. Look, if you're not a beta, you don't have a beta card, and you don't have a certificate and stuff like that. But that's what the money is. It's for those things. It's the fees for those things. Yeah. But at the same time, I didn't pay for friends. Like, I went through a process and got this. Like, my pops got me this jacket. Like, he did it. Like, él la mandó a hacer y todo, y él me la hizo. Shout out to my pops, by the way. But yeah, it's the way me la hizo and stuff. But yeah, dude, like, for us, I never consider I paid for friends. I paid for my stuff, like this stuff. My friends, I never gave them a damn dollar. You know what I mean? That's like, dude, it was all like love at the first time we were all like together and stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean? I never paid for friends.
Those big fees, like the $600 to $1,000. What is that for? Like the events? No.
Yeah, for them. That's for them to throw events the whole time. So that's why you have all these like big fraternities and stuff, because all those fees, they'd be like, oh, we're gonna rent this place out, and we're gonna do all this. It's like, that's what it covers. So that's
food,
why
you guys don't do that. You guys don't have
we
events.
Fundraise way. We fundraise.
See, I feel like that'd be a smarter way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we fundraise.
Get all the guys together, a bake sale or something, car wash.
And then you have like chapter dues. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, guys, it's like, we have this money, but that money's gonna go for us to travel to conventions or go to this. You know, so when we send our delegates, so it's like, we're gonna put some money out of our pocket so we can throw this event, so we can throw this social, so we can do this. You know what I mean? So we can do this, like, as the community service. We're gonna buy these things and feed the homeless or something, right? Like awesome. Things like that. Like, that's what our dues come from. But everything else, like, we fundraise to do all these things. So whenever you see like fraternities and sororities like fundraising, it's because of that. It's not because like, oh, we need money to do this. No, it's because they're gonna send delegates to their nationals and stuff, to like, you know, to like their national conventions and stuff like that, where they meet other bros. So I have bros all the way to the East Coast, bro. I have chapters in New York, Florida, like Michigan, todos esos lugares. And there's always a thing called like BetaCon, where all the betas go and like stuff like that. And then the most important one that's coming up, it's LI, the Leadership Institute, when you send 2 delegates from your organization. And we basically discuss topics. So, for example, our fraternity has bylaws, like certain things we do things and how we go about them. Some people read them and they're like, I don't like this. So in that lie, you go, and that's where you talk about it. And you're like, I move, like, you know, and you talk in Robert's rule, and you say like, oh, I moved to talk about this and this and that. And like, I want to get it changed, or I want to get it somewhat like clarification or things like that, right? Or like things like that. Like, you vote on things, right? And you send like a proposition, you know what I mean? And like things like that. So a lot of people be like, oh, you're a frat, you guys don't do anything. Bro, our thing is almost like political at times. Like, this defines like the whole nation of us, like in the US, of how we do things for like our fraternity and stuff, like our manuals.
Where are those things held at?
Different places. Like, the last 1 year was in like Louisiana, Lafayette, like in New Orleans. And this year was going to be, I think it wasn't Iowa. Oh yeah, Iowa, I think. Yeah.
Who goes from yours?
It depends. You have to be an active one. Most likely it was going to be me or the Neos. Like, Neos means like the new people that come in. So it was either going to be me or one, and them, or them two, or like uno de esos tres o algo así. You know?
Do you feel like since being in that, it's helped your academics, or it's
because like it's like when you're in high school, you have to keep like a 2.5 to be in the sports team. If you don't make it, you can't be active, and you can't go to events, and you can't do anything, you can't contribute anything. Like, you're no good to us for that.
What's the
I think it's like a 2.5, like anything lower than that. But I always tell the guys, like, dude, we're not shooting for 2.0s here. Like, we want to go for 3.0 so we can flex on other fraternities that we have the highest GPA out of all of us. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
damn, it's lit.
Yeah, so we hold each other pretty like accountably about grades, and we tease each other, so like you don't fuck up again. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, dude, last semester that 3.0 wasn't good. I mean, we all shot for like a 3.5, and you got a 3.0, and we got 3.5.
He's weighing us down.
Yeah, it's like, come on. It's like, come on, bro. You know, and like we tease each other like that and stuff. So